In this session, we will learn how to draw the cycloid curve. So, the definition for cycloid curve is it is the locus traced by a point on the circumference of a circle or a circular disc when that circle rolls on a straight line without slipping. So, basically, cycloid curve is generated by the rolling disc or a rolling circle on a straight line. So, we can see the physical process how the cycloid curve is generated. So, here I have taken the circular disc and imagine this is one horizontal line, and initially the circle, it is in contact with this horizontal line. So, this line is tangent to the circle. On this circumference I have selected one point. So, as the circle is rolling in this direction, in the clockwise direction, this point will take the successive position on the rightward direction. Okay. So, if you trace out a curve from all the successive position, that curve is nothing but the cycloid curve. So, you can see how the cycloid curve is generated by this point. So, if I roll the circle like this, so this curve generated, this is called as a cycloid curve. Okay. So, we can draw the cycloid curve for one complete revolution, for half revolution, or for quarter revolution. Okay. So, right now we have taken the highest point on the circumference, which is the topmost point, as a starting point. Okay. So, after one complete revolution, the last point will be the topmost point. Okay. So, this is the cycloid curve for one complete revolution. If you take the half revolution, so you can see here, after half revolution, this point will shift the position exactly by 180 degree. Okay. So, this curve, it is only for the half revolution. So, similarly we can draw the involved cycloid curve for one complete revolution or for half revolution. Now, if I change the position of a starting point, so right now we have taken this point as a starting point. Okay. So, if I change the position, now if I take this point as a starting point, then you can see the change in the curve. So, this is the starting point. After one complete revolution, we should get the same point, which is the last point of the cycloid curve. Okay. So, this height will be same. So, in this way we can generate the cycloid curve by the rolling motion of a circular disc or a circle. So, let us see what is the construction to draw the cycloid curve. Okay, refer this problem. So, the question is, a circle of 40 millimeter diameter rolls along a straight line without slipping. So, basically it is the rolling motion of a circle on a straight line. When there is a rolling motion of a circle, the curve must be cycloid. Okay. Draw a curve traced by point on the circumference for one complete revolution. Name the curve. Draw the normal and tangent to the curve at point 25 mm above the straight line. Okay. So, in this question, the type of curve is not given, whether it is an involute curve or a cycloid curve. We need to identify what is the type of the curve. So, we can decide what is the type of curve depending on the given information. As a circle is rolling on a straight line, the curve must be a cycloid curve. Okay. Now, the procedure is, first draw the circle with the given diameter. So, the diameter is 40 mm. Now draw the tangent line on which circle is rolling. Now divide this circle into 12 equal parts. So take this point, which is a tangent point. So you can take this point as a P. Then name the division. Okay, now on this tangent line, we will take the distance which is equal to the circumference. Okay, so as the diameter is 40 mm, so take the distance equal to the circumference or the perimeter, which is equal to the pi d. So that is equal to 125.6 mm. Okay. So basically this is a starting point, and after one complete revolution the circle will be at this position. Okay, so this is the last point of the curve. Now from this point draw the vertical line. Now from each division, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, draw the horizontal line which is parallel to the straight line. Now divide this distance into 12 equal parts, because we have divided the circle into 12 equal parts. So you can draw one line at an angle 30 degree or 40 degree. Draw 12 arcs of equal distance. Okay, so in this way we can divide this straight line into 12 division. So actually the importance of this point is we are dividing the rolling motion of a circle for one revolution into 12 subdivision. Okay, that means if the circle roll by 1/12 division, okay, this point which is the center point, it will shift on the right side and it will be exactly above this point. So draw this vertical line. So if C is the starting position for the center of circle when the circle started rolling on the right direction, this point will be the position after 1/12th revolution. Again after 1/12th revolution, C1 will shift to the location C2, after that C3 and so on. And after complete revolution, one complete revolution, this C point, it will shift at the position C12. Okay. So at the C12, again draw the circle with the same radius. It shows that circle has completed the one revolution. Okay, now we have to trace out the curve for the point P. So initially we have selected the starting point of the cycloid curve is the tangent point of the line with the circumference. Okay, so you can imagine this is the straight line and this is the circle which is tangent to the straight line. Okay, we have selected the point of tangency as the starting point of the cycloid curve. So as the circle is rolling in this direction, so you can see this curve, it will start from this point. Okay, and initially this point will shift in the upward direction and at the same time on the rightward direction. Okay, so we will get the curve like this for some revolution. This point will shift to the maximum position and again from this point will shift in the downward direction and towards the rightward. Okay, so somewhat we will get the curve like this.